Hello everyone, welcome back to Asagao Academy, Normal Boots Club. Holy crap, if you've been keeping up with the story, it's getting good. Last time we had a bit of a tragedy. Unfortunately, PBG didn't win the match. He kind of had a freak out in the middle. Everyone told us to leave him alone. I hope I did the right thing by doing that. And that's where we are right now. I don't know what's happened to him. I don't think we've talked since then. A few days went by and at first everything seemed fine. PBG wasn't acting any different from usual, aside from the occasional brooding look or nervous twitch. Class started to get harder as we neared midterms, and Shizuka was taking no prisoners. Oh no. Miss Santos, sit up straight. Yes, Miss Shizuka, sorry. As time passed, she seemed to only get angrier and angrier. Mai said yet another guy had dumped her, but I wasn't so sure. Well, let's be fair, with an attitude like that, girl, are you even getting any dates? You have to be nice. Asagao Academy had a huge reputation to fill. There was a reason it was known as a rich kid school, after all. They accepted scholarship students like me to help pull up the grades of the students who got in purely because of money. The rest of the students were accepted based on merit, a combination of talent, looks, and smarts. Really? That's shitty. If the academy fell in its ranking, the more well-to-do families would pick a better school to send their children to. That would be devastating for them. So midterms were a big deal. Someone is sleeping. A gentle snoring filled the classroom, steadily growing louder. Students were glancing around, trying to locate the source. Uh-oh, when that teacher catches wind of that shit, it's gonna be like Vietnam in here. PBG? Oh, of course. Oh, no. Oh no! PBG sat straight as a stick in his desk, his eyes closed. Oh no, he's gonna get in so much trouble. Why would PBG have fallen asleep? There weren't any extra practices the Normal Boots Club were having, nor the soccer team. He's probably just tired from being anxious. That's pretty tiring, I think. I waved emphatically to Shane, who began to prod PBG in the side. Turnips. What? What? You playing Animal Crossing there, boy? Harvest Moon? What is it? Uh-oh. Oh, rip. Rest in peace. Miss Shizuka stalked over to the desk and slammed a ruler across the surface. Oh, dude. I thought it was going to say slammed a ruler across his hands. This ain't Catholic school. Oh, no. Oh, no. Mr. Butter Gamer. I do believe you could use some help staying awake. Mr. Butter Gamer. God. All I could think of was Mr. Peanut Butter from fucking BoJack Horseman. I'm sorry, Austin. No, sorry. I was just, studying up too late, so... Quiet! She slammed the ruler against his desk and then leaned toward him until their faces were an inch apart. For an instant, I thought they would kiss. That would be something. I hate men who lie. What, girl? You can't be putting your personal stigma on this. To be fair, he's not even supposed to be a man to you. He's your student. Better get with that program. She straightened up and pointed to the back of the classroom. Perhaps standing would help keep you awake. Yes, ma'am. What? Whoa, maybe this is Catholic school. Holy crap. Not that I've ever been, but I've heard stories. PBG stood and slunk to the back of the room as giggles skittered across the class. Oh, do I hear a few people wanting to join him? The giggles silenced immediately. If I hear any more interruptions, you will all have a 12-page paper to turn in tomorrow morning. Holy shit. Shut up! The rest of the class passed comparatively uneventfully as we united in the universal desire to not have homework. Never had I more strongly felt I belonged at Asagao. PBG stood in the back like a solemn soldier, staring at the blackboard, hardly even blinking. Wait, he wasn't blinking? As the bell rang, I sprang out of my seat and went to PBG. Oh my... Oh. I mean, how you gonna sleep standing up, though? How you gonna do that? Who can actually do that? He drew eyes on his eyelids? More than that, he'd fallen asleep standing up?
PBG.
PBG, wake up! I shoved him. I didn't mean it. Please don't take Pixel. Oh. Jesus Christ. Pixel's one of his ferrets, I think. At least in the real world. What? He blinked at his surroundings, then looked down at me.
Good morning.
Oh, Hannah, it's so nice to see you right when I wake up. Man, this day's gonna be good. What? What is going on with him? Are you taking drugs? You can tell me, I'm your friend. It's lunchtime, we're already in class. He squinted, glancing around. Oh, God. Oh, so we are. What? What? Jesus Christ. This dude needs like a life alert or some kind of tracking device. Why are you so tired? Is there something you need help with? He scratched the back of his head, then smiled. Nope. I thought you were doing the eye thing again. The eye thing? Yeah, falling asleep standing up is PBG's specialty. This has happened before? Oh, yeah, you see, there was this one time when we were crossing the Atlantic on a boat and I needed a coat rack for Jocks to stand on. So I just used him. What? It was only for 3 weeks. What? 3 weeks? John, are you insane? I gave him bathroom breaks. What, you think I'm a monster? PBG yawned and glanced at the clock. Oh, I think I'm gonna take lunch by myself today. If I take a nap now, I can last through the rest of class. But, are you sure? I can at least watch over you. You don't want the Continue Boys drawing something on your face. They would do that. I'm pretty sure. Again. See? No, it's fine. Really, I'm okay. I think he really just wants to be by himself. Holy moly, that really must have taken something out of him. With that, he slipped out of the classroom. John, has he been sleeping well? Yeah, I think so. It's just sleep, Hannah. Half the kids in this class are perpetually sleep deprived. You don't have to be so worried. Well, yeah, but this happens with him every now and then. In a while, he'll be back to normal. I guess. If John says so, I mean, he knows him really well. You should trust him. Well, I do. Yeah! Come on, let's go to lunch. We headed to the cafeteria. I was watching for PBG, still feeling a little concerned. But to my surprise, he wasn't there. Well, yeah, he said he was gonna go hop a nap. He's probably in a closet somewhere. Possibly in a hallway. We hadn't left that long after him, though. Shouldn't we at least have ever run into him in the line? Unless he hadn't gone to lunch. Was he skipping food to sleep? My throat tightened. The whole situation was filling me with panic, and I had no idea why. Girl, it's alright. It's okay to skip a meal every now and again if you're really tired. Sometimes when you're too tired, you can't even eat. At least I feel that way. John was right. It was just a bit of sleep. So, why was I so worried? 'Cause you care about him, girl. Duh. Even though you keep saying you don't. Hey, Hannah. Huh? I turned to face Mai, my key hovering before the door's lock. We haven't gotten any notes from your secret admirer, have we? Your secret admirer. Sure. You win some, you lose some. I guess so. Let's get started on those brain exercises. I don't like the fact that I'm 90. Ugh! I hate this! Mai clawed her hands through her hair, screaming at the small piece of paper lying on her desk. Why does anyone ever need calculus? Who uses calculus? Who uses school?
Well...
I mean, not me. Don't answer that. It was a relatively cool night, but in response to that, the academy had turned on the heaters. That meant it was abysmally hot in our dorm room, and our pajamas stuck to our skin when we moved. Ew, gross, like in here. It's really hot in my room. Even I didn't want to be working on homework anymore. Just open that window, girl. You got that big-ass window. Want to take a walk? Mai stood and walked to the door. Please. It's so much nicer outside. The evening air cooled our sweat and a soft breeze ruffled our hair. Ooh, do you hear the cicadas out there? That's one of the lovely things about Japan's summer, although sometimes they can get, like, over loud. At least to me. But they're nice all the same. We left after curfew, so there was no one roaming the walkways as we picked our way across campus. We were rounding the corner of Bluebell House when Mai stopped. Do you hear that? What is it? Dude, creepy-ass guy with Pikachu mask ain't gonna come out of here, is he? Hear what? What's that? What is that? Oh god. The sound of something being hit echoed through the air. No one's supposed to be out this late. I think it came from over here. Of course she's not afraid, of course. Mai took off in the direction of the soccer field. I really don't think we should be investigating. But Mai was already too far gone. Carefully, I tiptoed after her. That would be me. I'm scared. In the dark, I'm such a baby. There, look! Mai grabbed my hand and yanked me down behind a bush. It's PBG. What's he doing? I peered out from behind the bush. She was right. PBG stood in the middle of the field, bouncing a soccer ball from his head to his foot and back again. Oh, is he practicing late at night because he felt like he let the team down and that's why he's not sleeping? Oh dear. It looks like he's practicing. Suddenly, PBG punted the ball into the air before him and raced after it. A loud grunt echoed across the entire field as he kicked the ball into the net.
Ugh. Damn it.
He ran to the ball, kicked it out into the middle of the field, and shot it into the net again.
Ah, damn it.
What's wrong with him? I don't know. I've never seen him so angry. Me neither. We shifted closer together, an unspoken thought passing between us as PBG shot at the goal again. He was scary. Maybe we should get out of here. I looked at PBG. He was drenched with sweat and panting up a storm. Another yell echoed across the field as this time he kicked the ball past the goal and went chasing after it. Now's our chance, Hana, come on! Uh-oh. Oh, no, okay. We have to think about this now. He's really angry. If someone's really that angry, is it ever okay to just go up and talk to them? I mean, you might think that's a good idea. But I think maybe we should just let him sort it out for right now, because he'll probably say something he doesn't mean, and then we'll get into bigger trouble than when we started. All right, follow Mai. Let's go out. I think that's the right thing to do. I hope so. I don't know the suggestions, so don't spoil it. I just hope I'm doing the right thing. Mai was right. If he came out here past curfew to practice, he probably wanted to be alone. That's what I would assume. There was no point in butting into his business. If he needed my help, he'd tell me. Right? I'm sure he would. Okay, let's go. I'm the same. When I ever have something huge going on, like, I don't want to burden anyone with my issues, right? Like, I just want to get the hell out of, like, publicity and just sort it out myself and then come back and be okay. Are you guys like that too? Is anyone like that? We dashed up the hill we came down, but just before reaching the top, I slipped. Oh no. I slid down the hill. Oh no! Hana! Mai jumped after me and grabbed my arm, stopping my slow descent. She looked across the field and tugged on my arm. Come on, let's go! I got to my feet and struggled up the hill. Fearfully, I looked over my shoulder. PBG, now a small figure in the middle of the field, was looking towards us. Uh-oh. I couldn't make out the expression on his face, but he made no move to stop or call out to us. Oh dear. Mai and I made our way back to the dorm in silence. Oh, I hope he didn't see anything. You think everything will be okay? I didn't know, so I didn't respond. Oh dear. Uh-oh. I mean, surely it's okay. I hope so. PBG was shoving books into his locker. Maybe today?
PBG.
Hey, PBG.
Hey.
Hey. When he realized it was me, he closed off completely. After glancing around, he shut his locker and dashed into the classroom. Oh dear. Maybe I made the wrong decision, I don't know. PBG had been avoiding me ever since the incident at the soccer field. He didn't want to talk to me at all. I sighed. Is it still bothering you? Of course, I'm really worried. Maybe you should try talking to someone else about it if talking to PBG isn't working. I glanced across the classroom. Shane, John, and PBG were looking at something Shane drew, giggling.
Well...
I guess you're right. But who would we ask? I mean, John would be my choice. He knows him the best. It wasn't until the next day that I got my chance. I ran into John and Shane while heading to class. PBG was nowhere to be seen.
Hey!
I dashed towards them.
Hey.
Oh, Hana. Of course, Shane's not going to say anything.
What's up?
Well...
Yeah, maybe you should say, I don't know. I fumbled with my fingers. You know how PBG has been Working really hard recently?
No?
He seems tired recently. Haven't you noticed something off with him, John? You're his roommate.
Sorry, Hannah, I'm usually at the theater, so I haven't been around much. He's been working harder than usual, but...
I'm worried that he's working too hard. He's been going out to the soccer field every night and practicing for hours.
This again?
What do you mean?
When PBG has something he really cares about, he tends to work extremely hard at it.
So this isn't the first time this has happened?
Well, from what you're saying, it seems like this one is more extreme than usual. But yeah, this has happened before. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
I guess if you guys think it's okay, that probably means it's okay. But what could be driving him to work so much harder than usual?
Maybe he's trying to impress you, or himself. Maybe he's just trying to hold himself to a higher standard.
He shouldn't stress himself out too much. Something soft hit my head and I looked up, startled.
Trust him.
What was Shane ruffling my hair? What? That is so sweet. Aww. And he's smiling. Isn't that cute?
Oh, even John's surprised. Oh my gosh. I know you care about him a lot, but PBG isn't a little boy anymore.
Yeah.
He can take care of himself.
I guess so. Without another word, Shane left.
John is in disbelief, and so am I. Wait for me!
What just happened? A hurried Luke dashed past me.
Hannah!
Hannah, you'd better hurry up. Class starts in a minute.
What?
Oh, thank you. Girl. I followed him to the classroom and burst through the door just in time. I collapsed into my seat with a sigh. I glanced at PBG's seat. Oh, he's not there, is he? Of course. He's probably overslept or something.
You.
Is there something wrong, Miss Mizuno? I will not tolerate speaking out of turn.
No, sorry. I returned my gaze to the front of the room, but my mind was elsewhere. PBG hadn't come to class.
He's probably just sleeping in. Didn't he say that he's missed class before? It's not that big of a deal.
He'll be alright. The next day I watched the classroom door with worry. But sure enough, the bell rang, class started, and PBG was still nowhere to be seen.
Okay, 2 days in a row I might worry. Maybe a little.
A little bit. Gosh, what's going on? Hannah, are you okay? I'm sure he's fine.
I'm sure he is too. He's probably just really tired.
But my mind couldn't help wandering to terrible thoughts.
I mean, he's not sick or dying, because John would know.
As I watched Shizuka draw pictures on the chalkboard, my mind drifted back to my childhood. Back then, PBG was always needing my help. He'd stub his toe or get chased by a raccoon or have turned on the television at night and seen a movie about aliens. Each time something bad happened, he'd come running to me to make him feel better. I knew that a lot of time passed between now and then, but the PBG I saw now was so similar to the one I knew then. What if that hadn't changed? What if instead of learning how to manage his problems, he just learned to take them inward? And now, instead of asking for help from the people who cared about him, he pushed them away and took it all into his own hands.
I don't know.
Now when he needs help, he takes his anger on other things or gets too absorbed with what he's working on.
That's what I do. I get absorbed.
In that case, if his friends don't see the need to help him, how will he ever get better? And if he hurts himself?
Good job, class. I'm leaving now, except for you, Marcus.
She placed a paper on one of the more attractive boys' desks.
I'll be seeing you in my office. What? Someone report this lady immediately. Something weird is going on here. It's clearly shenanigans. Jeez.
She winked and waltzed out of the classroom.
What?
Holy crap! It's finally gonna happen! Shizuka's finally going to hit on a student!
Yeah!
Oh man, there's no way I'm gonna miss this. Come on, Hannah, we'll have just enough time to peek and eat lunch if we hurry.
You go on ahead. I have to talk to John.
Really?
Seriously?
Fine, maybe Jared will come with me. As Mai left the classroom, I approached John and tapped him on the shoulder.
John.
What's up?
Oh hey, hi Hannah, what's up?
Well, it's kind of about our conversation yesterday.
What do you need?
Well, PBG didn't come to class again and I'm worried.
You're right. Usually he sneaks in by now. Well, if you want, we can go up and check in the room. Last I saw him, he was still sleeping.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Together, John and I made our way across campus. As we climbed the stairs to the room, I finally asked him something that had been bothering me for a while. John, where did Jacques go? Jacques, he's fine. He's installing an update to get a Cybertronic beak that can carve through raw iron. Raw iron? Oh yeah, all the cool birds have one nowadays. You know, I couldn't leave him out of the loop, this little guy. If you say so. I didn't really believe him, but he didn't seem to want to talk about it. Besides, it made about as much sense as anything John said. Here we are. We stepped into his and PBG's dorm room and he closed the door behind us. PBG was fast asleep, curled into a tiny ball on the bed. How is it possible for him to be so small when he was 6'2"?
Good morning.
Wake up, beauty queen! PBG shifted over. You've got to be kidding me. Climbed over PBG's soccer bag and began poking him in the side. Wake up! Come on!
No.
No, leave me alone. I'm tired. If you don't come to class, you're gonna get kicked out of school. Do you want that? Leave me alone!
No.
Come on! John swept PBG's blankets off him like a matador. No! PBG shrieked and flailed against the bed in perverse imitation of a toddler's temper tantrum. I don't want to go to school. I'm sleepy. I want to sleep. Let me go to sleep. Oh man, this is awful. John turned to me. I'm sorry, Hana. Could you leave us alone for a bit? Oh, he's probably in his underwear. PBG shot up in his bed, smashing his head against the beams of John's bunk. Ow! That's awesome. Shut up. Leave me alone. I'm up, okay? I'm up. Yeah, Hana here was worried about you, so we came to get you. I shuffled awkwardly back into the entryway. Pardon my intrusion. Hana, He trailed off, the tips of his ears turning pink. I'll be in class after lunch, okay? Yeah. I'm sorry, I'll go now. I flew out of the room and headed for the cafeteria. When I got back to class...
I can't believe this.
Oh, damn, it was a total fluke. Shizuka was giving him an application for some college internship program. That's why she winked. I totally thought they were gonna get it on, too. You pervert. Oh, gosh, I love you. That's too bad. What are you grinning about, anyhow? I glanced across the room at PBG in his seat. He caught my glance and gave me a thumbs up. Nothing. Oh, you love birds. Love birds? No, it's not like that, I swear. Yeah, let me know when it gets juicy. Oh dear. PBG stayed in class that day and for a few days after that. He looked absolutely exhausted every time I saw him and rarely responded to what I was saying. At lunch, he ate his food and absentmindedly picked at his dessert, never listening to the conversation. I was worried. He was clearly acting strange, but nobody else seemed to be paying him any attention. I tracked Nick down to ask why, and all he said was, "This has happened before. It kinda just has to run its course." I mean, that's what they've all said, haven't they? So maybe we should just listen to them. Eventually, I pieced two and two together. A big game is coming up. Apparently, if Asagao won, they would significantly better their chances of getting to finals. I didn't understand why, but they'd be able to lose 2 games instead of only the 1. As the deadline approached, PBG got more and more anxious. Then, one day, he didn't show up to class at all. He's still not here.
Hey.
What's going on? This is the second day PBG just hasn't come to class. Luke glanced at PBG's seat. Yeah, I guess you're right. Don't be sad. I glanced up at Ian in surprise. No? Ian rolled his eyes. If he's not hurting himself, there's no problem. He can make his own decisions. You've got yourself to worry about. This tournament isn't gonna win itself. He grinned and my throat caught. The tournament! I'd been so worried I hadn't been practicing at all. That's what I thought. You can't make this easy for us, Hana. We really will beat you if you don't work hard at it. Oh dear. You're right. Ian shook his head and walked away. When it finally registered that Ian left, Luke followed. I shouldered my bag. Maya was nowhere to be seen, so I headed home alone to do some practice. Oh my. Ah, damn it. No matter how hard I tried, I wasn't getting any better. I'd stayed in the same score and rank range since last week. How was I going to beat Ian at this rate? Oh, the show's back on. I turned the volume up just slightly, resuming my training.
Welcome back to PB&J. Remember, if you hear that name somewhere else, we totally thought of it first. Tonight I'm bringing it to a very special show because, as you might notice, my partner has fallen asleep.
Oh dear.
Don't worry, I won't be doing anything too bad to the guy, but you know, he has a lot of fears, and I figured I'd do something to help him combat those.
A sound like wet plastic echoed out the radio. When John next spoke, his voice was muffled.
Roller. PBG, wake up, I've come for you! What?
There was a second pause over the radio. I held my breath, then...
Oh God, no, I'm sorry, please don't take me, please don't take me! What? You will make the perfect specimen! No, okay, you can take me, but please don't take Luca. He doesn't know any better. He's just a dog.
Luca is Austin's dog. John started laughing, but his muffled voice made it sound absolutely demonic.
I should have made more of my life when I had the chance. I have so many things to tell people. Jeff, if you're out there, I secretly consider you a really good friend. And Josh, I'm really jealous of your beard. And Hannah, Whoa there, boy. There was a rustling as John took off whatever he was wearing. It's only me. John?
Hey.
Come over to Daddy. Come hug me. I'm sorry for hurting you. What?
A quiet shuffling sound and then someone being patted on the back.
There, I'm sorry. It's over now. It was you? Of course it was me, you numbnut. I've never been so happy to see you.
These two. For a long while there was just rustling and patting as PBG was presumably being calmed down. I smiled. Whether it was obvious or not, John cared about PBG. He was trying to cheer him up too, in his own special way. Despite that, I still worried. PBG didn't sound any less stressed. If anything, he sounded a bit more so. I bit my lip. I'd been worried about it literally all day. Maybe it was time to do something to get my mind off of it. What are you going to do? The radio show was hosted in the Azalea Arts Center, wasn't it? That's where they took me after the Flower Festival.
You're not going to go there, are you? Is that the best idea we've ever had?
There's no problem in simply popping by, right? Just to wish him luck before the big game.
Oh, I feel like that's going to make it worse.
This wasn't weird at all.
I don't know about this.
I entered Azalea Arts Center and made my way through the halls to the radio showroom. The show was still going, so I couldn't just barge in. Instead, I stood outside the door, waiting for PBG and John to finish up. I sighed. What was I really doing here? Why did I care so much? Ian was right. If PBG wanted to do something, it was none of my business whether he did it. I didn't run his life. He didn't have to make his decisions taking me into consideration. But I didn't just feel concerned for him. I also felt a little responsible for him. Back when we were little, I was the one who watched out for PBG. I protected him from people who made fun of him. I chased down boys who tripped him on purpose. I even punched a kid in the face after I saw him shove PBG down on the concrete. I've done that before. We were only a few months apart in age, but he always felt like a little brother to me. It was hard for me to see him as anything different, even now that he was so insanely tall and clearly had things together. Well, as together as obsessively destroying yourself over a silly soccer game could be.
I should have punched me if you were so scared. What if I was an actual alien? Then punching you wouldn't have made much of a difference. You don't know that.
John and PBG walked right past me, too deep in the argument to even notice I was standing there. I gently cleared my throat. What's going to happen? We're going to have to say it in the next one. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I gotta go because I have to go to the crying party. It's very important. I told you, I never miss them.
See you later, guys.